Yo, what is going on, y'all? It is X from Let's Get Free TV, and in this video today, I have a very interesting one for you guys. We're going to be talking about how you guys can get more HEX for your money. As we know, that is very important, right? Getting the most value out of your money. So if you guys want to know how, definitely stick around until the end of the video so you can gather all the information I have together for you guys. Definitely tap that thumbs up button because it helps me out on the YouTube algorithm. And as a thank you for doing that, here is a picture of a cute dog. And also do not forget to tap that subscribe button as well if you enjoy me or the content, and tap that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a video. And also keep in mind, this is not financial advice. That being said, let's just hop right into it. Getting more HEX for your money. So we're going to be talking about the Perpetuals from MaximusDAO. If you remember the Maxi project itself, it happened months ago where a bunch of people put in a bunch of HEX. They made a huge stake. You probably heard of it. You probably heard of MaximusDAO as well. And I'm not going to go too far into the actual project, but I will leave a link down in the description below to the white paper and everything if you really have not heard about it. Okay, so I just have a few things from the website itself that we are going to run over. The Perpetuals pools are live. Each Perpetual is a HEX stake of different lengths. Join a pool by buying the Perpetuals on decentralized exchanges. These tokens represent ownership in the stake and are redeemable for the HEX principal and yield when the stake ends until the next scheduled stake begins. Maximum yield. Staking as a group unlocks a larger, bigger, pays better HEX staking bonus for participants, allowing them to earn more yield than staking solo. Thousands of stakers consolidated into just one transaction reduces the gas cost per user by over 99.9%, which benefits individual stakers and the whole X economy. Instant liquidity. Pool tokens are liquid tokens, meaning you can grow your position in the stake by buying more or lock in gains by selling on decentralized exchanges. All right, so let's go over this. What does this basically mean? All right, so this basically means you're buying one of these tokens, which are actually down here, but we'll go through that. All right, so when you buy one of these tokens, you're buying a share of this big pool, which will result in you earning HEX as yield from that pool. And it basically explained that here. You and others can buy one of these tokens and put your money together to earn more HEX. Because if you were to stake $50 worth of HEX now, you wouldn't get no bonus at all unless you staked for a really long time. But if you were maybe to buy, let's say $50 of base, you would earn more for your money because there's a lot more HEX in that specific stake itself, right? Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So the different Perpetuals we have is the base token, which is a 1-year stake pool, the trio token, which is a 3-year stake pool, the lucky token, which is a 7-year stake pool, and the Deci, which is a 10-year staking pool. Okay, so again, I just want to run over it so you guys really understand. You are basically just buying one of these liquid tokens, which is basically like your ticket for part of a bigger HEX stake. All right, so you are essentially buying a piece of a HEX stake and you're contributing to that, and once you do that, it will result a HEX reward.
It's like a reward.
And then obviously these are the times for the pools. So if you bought some base token, you are entering a big staking pool that is only a year long. And if you buy the actual trio token, you are buying into a pool that is 3 years long. If you're buying into a lucky, you're buying into a pool that is 7 years long. And if you buy the Deci, you are buying into a staking pool that is 10 years long. Now I want to run through with you guys why you are getting a better value for your money. All right, so these are the prices, and please keep in mind that these are really price dependent and prices are always changing. We already know that. So these are the prices at the time of this recording. Okay, so right now HEX is sitting at about 0.44. All right, guys, so we can see that base, which is the 1 year, is sitting at 0.43, and we can see the actual trio token is sitting at 0.43 as well. A little bit higher though. We can see the lucky is at 0.39. We can see Deci is at 0.39. Okay, so all these prices are actually under the original price of HEX at 0.44. So if you were to technically buy one of these Perpetuals at this time, you are actually buying more HEX for less than HEX is originally, and you're also going to earn more yield from the HEX because when you buy these tokens, you are buying into an active staking pool, right? And you know, yield grows on those staking pools. Now, technically, right, let's just say HEX were to go back down to the 0.3 range and these stayed at these prices. You could technically buy more liquid HEX for cheaper than buying one of these perpetuals. But you have to keep in mind, when you're buying into these, you're buying into that pool, which will ultimately result in more HEX. So either way, you are gaining more HEX, right? I definitely think it is very interesting. Why the perpetuals? All right, so we have fewer gas fees overall, right? So when you buy HEX the first time, you have to pay a gas fee for the initial swap. So you just bought HEX, you paid $5 in gas, and now you have liquid HEX. If you want to stake that HEX, you have to pay more money in gas to actually stake your HEX. Well, if you were to buy a perpetual, all you do is pay the initial gas fee to swap for the perpetual itself. So that's one gas fee. You do not have to stake your perpetual because once you buy it, you are already buying a piece of a staking pool. You are technically getting more HEX. Again, because when you buy one of the perpetuals, you're buying a piece of that active staking pool, right? So when you buy that, the bonus goes up, meaning more HEX given out to each person in that perpetual. So therefore, you are technically getting more HEX because obviously the staking pool is probably bigger than what your initial stake was going to be, right? And then I put possibly here because you're possibly getting more HEX for the price. And that is in regards to if HEX were to drop very, very far down in price, you could technically buy more liquid HEX for cheaper. But again, you have to go back and you have to think about the long term and think that if you buy the perpetual, you're getting more returned in yield. This one is kind of on the fence. And then when you buy the HEX is already staked, again, you're saving money on those gas fees because when you buy those perpetuals, that HEX is already staked. So you bought the perpetuals, now what? Nothing, guys. You don't have to do anything but hold that perpetual token because at the time of this recording, if you did that, you bought into a current staking pool. Once the term of that perpetual pool ends, you will actually be able to claim your rewards, okay? And if you do not claim your rewards, the cool thing about it is it will be automatically reinvested into the next pool because it has an auto compounding feature. So, for example, let's say you bought the base perpetual right now. You would already be entered into the active staking pool of the 1 year. Once that stake is up, you would be able to redeem. You do not have to wait a year after you purchase it. You only have to wait until a year is up from when that actual staking pool was started. All right. So that is actually it for this video, guys. I hope you guys understood what I was saying. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like I said, smash that thumbs up button and I'll catch you on the next one. All right.